who obviously I extend my congratulations after a storied career. I also just want to start this off by giving just a brief comment in regards to the chairman stepping down from Congress. Obviously, as a chairman, as a colleague, as a classmate, as a friend, you don't know how disappointed I am. But I understand, based on your obligations, especially when it comes to putting family first, as you always have, and I appreciate that. We all appreciate that. And so I understand why people step down from Congress, especially someone like you, Jody. And I just hope that the way you conduct yourself with our ranking member here in this committee is an example for other committees, to be honest with you. The way you two work together, obviously with your disagreements, many that you have, as we've heard today, but the way that you continue to have a civil environment, something that an environment that hasn't had before in this committee. You brought it to this committee. You maintained it to the committee after a very, very tough session, and I really appreciate that. And to me, politics flows down from civility. Civility flows down from personality, and personality flows down from morality. I just hope, Jody, that the person that replaces you understands that and follows that lead. So thank you. Good luck. Look forward to working with you the next year and beyond, and know how much your legacy has been left on this committee and hopefully on Congress. So thank you. Director, thank you for being here. I appreciate your work, your service since 2019, and the fact that I think it's worth reiterating the importance of the CBO, acting as an impartial source of legislative analysis. Without CBO scoring and in-depth economic analysis, Congress literally would be flying blind through much of the work that we do as legislators. And unfortunately, this year, there was the reconciliation process that it passed an extremely expensive tax package, combined with the multi-pronged attack by this administration on the economic well-being of our country. Your recent budget and economic report reduced its estimates for GDP growth this year by 0.5%, and you noted, and I'll quote, the negative effects on output stemming from new tariffs and lower net immigration more than offset the positive effects of provisions in the Reconciliation Act. And while your office noted that some longer-term growth effects will occur, you also found that the reconciliation bill would add $3.4 trillion to the deficit, which means $4.1 trillion when you include debt service. And as you just said, it's over $38 trillion right now when it comes to our debt. And at a time when our credit worthiness is already being downgraded by agencies like Moody's, Fitch, and S&P. And so I just want to today, in my limited time, I was going to focus on two areas, the debt, the PAYGO score, but I want to talk about tariffs. Your answer to Ranking Member Boyle was an absolute hammer. And I'd ask you to repeat that again. Do tariffs negatively affect the economy, and how?
Yes, sir, they do. They do it, first of all, by raising prices on families and on businesses. They lower business investment, they lower consumer spending, and then they reduce productivity. The distortions they add into the economy reduce efficiency and thereby reduce our growth.
They increase prices, they decrease the GDP, they kill jobs, they hurt industry. But more importantly, as a body and in this institution, I believe they're a threat to a rule of law. Our power in Congress, Article 1, Section 8, Clause 3 says that we have power, we have purview over trade and foreign commerce, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Exactly. Now, in regards to tariffs, they also drive up inflation, correct?
There's a temporary increase in inflation as the tariffs pass through the economy.
And what does this increase in inflation mean for the purchasing power of the average American household?
You can see it in some examples. Household appliances, last year those prices were declining. This year they're going up. Food prices were going up. This year they're going up by much more. Coffee is an example. And so that's the kind of effect that you see on American families.
And so it's fair to say that tariffs are making goods less affordable.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. I thank you for your service, and I hope that you continue to guide Congress so that we understand how important it is that these types of policies actually hurt American working families and not help them. Thank you. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
I thank my friend from California, and I'm grateful for his generous comments. And now yield 5 minutes to General Jack Bergman from Michigan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I will echo the sentiments of all our colleagues. Said in naval terms, we wish you fair winds and following seas.